before I came here, the Holy Spirit said to me, I want you to tell your story today, my journey with you. Whatever I'll be talking here is a true story, authored in heaven, display on earth for the glory of the living God. May this night may not just be a night, but let it be a night of giving glory and praise to Him. Give me that soft play. When I was young, as far as I can remember, God has always spoken to me through my thoughts, through inner peace, inward witness, still, soft, small voice has empowered me when there is no hope, has given me hope. I pray that today the same God who appeared to me would appear to you. Not only in the physical realm, in your thoughts, in your heart, in your emotion. May the whole atmosphere tonight be charged for the glory of heaven. I recall around 80s, where God will appear to me through the vision. In that vision, I will see so many angels, and those angels were not the same in size. Some were very tall, some were very huge. They will visit me not only in 1980s, as far as I can remember, but early 1980s, they started talking to me. I would hear voices calling me. This picture is still like yesterday to me when I think about it, where they will come in numbers. Sometimes they will sing, sometimes they will call my name, sometimes they will be there and be quiet. The other day, they came to me. I saw myself singing. It was like my voice was hanging in every tree, every building. It was like everybody is hearing me. Whatever I say, whatever I sing. It was like I was everywhere. I thought about it today. Maybe the God of Plenty was showing me what I hear from many people who testify, saying, I heard the voice of Somnala speaking to me, say, Wenzan, say, don't do this. Saying, it is well with you. Could it be? It was not just Somnala FM, but it was God of heaven. Because I believe whatever happens on earth is a replica of heaven. It started in heaven. There could be no Somnala FM without first being in the spirit realm. I believe the story of my life is a hope to those who are nothing, uneducated, poor, with no name, because God picked me from nothing, from nobody, and made me something that I've never dreamed and never thought. Even when God told me I didn't believe him. But God in heaven, he has been faithful to me. All what he said to me is loud and clear into my ears. I believe not only into my ears, those who are tuned into the spirit realm. I want to encourage you tonight. I decided to take another route tonight. Just on Tuesday, the Lord spoke to me. He said, I must organize this event. By the grace of God and the people who are committed, we were able to put up all in few days. The people who are ready to hear the word from God of plenty through me. Hallelujah. The other day, these angels, they came to me as they were singing. Not the other days, I think 3 or 4 times. They will sing to me before they leave me. Everything, when they come, it becomes white. The more they sing, it becomes brighter and brighter. Everything was crystal clear. The other day, or maybe about 4 times, there was a table like this coffee table behind me, and they will sing, and 2 of them, they will kneel down and put something wrapped. It's like a gift, and then that thing is wrapped and put it on the table. If the table, you can see is a table, but you don't see where's the leg. You don't see where it starts. He'll put something like a box, and this thing is crystal clear, but it's covered for me. And they will hand over and say, this is your gift. And I'll be kneeling on the other side. They will say, take it and take a very good care of it. It was on this month of March that these angels came to me. I think I shared with Pastor Khan that when they came to me, they gave me a Bible. Somnala, it was so beautiful. I've never seen such a thing. I can see without opening all the verses, all the messages. If I want a chapter, I don't have to open it. The chapter that I want, it comes on top. When I woke up, the Holy Ghost said to me, these angels, they came to give you a message for 2019. Because in 2019, you are carrying a very heavy prophetic message. Just like Prophet Ezekiel. Prophet Ezekiel, he was given a scroll, a book. The book where he was given, he was to swallow the book. When he swallowed the book became so sweet, but inside it became bitter. And he had to speak it. And God said, go to these people. Tell them, don't be afraid of their faces. Because they will give you a strong face, a face of resistance. But I want you to be strong. And they may not accept your message, but when you are gone and you are faithful to deliver the message, when things happen, they will know the prophet of God spoke. Just like many people whom God has sent me to them. And I've spoken to political leaders I've spoken to churches. I've spoken to church leaders. I've spoken to my own congregants. Sometimes they will resist the message. But because the message is from God, it gets fulfilled. I want us to read something, then I'm going to sing, and let me take you a little bit heaven. Keep on playing that thing. The book of Isaiah, chapter 6. We'll read from verse 1. Remain standing.
Isaiah chapter 6 verse 1. In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw the Lord sitting upon a throne.
Okay, here is a true story of my life, Somnala. Before I got born again, God revealed himself to me. I saw him in my life. Go on, Mom.
High and lifted up. And
sometimes I will see these creatures and I will be told in the dream this was God. Sometimes will be angels. They are so tall, they are so high. Sometimes they are so huger than any mountain you know. It's a true story. This is the story of my life. Go on.
And his train filled the temple.
It's so amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, God, you see, if you go to the temple of God, it's so splendid, it's dazzling, it is so grandiose in the house of God. It's so superb. If you think of the beauty, you haven't seen anything until you get the revelation of the temple of God in heaven. That's what still today, I don't understand why churches, they look ugly. You look at the stage, you look at the church. People prefer to live in the beautiful homes while God lives in the ugly place. The house of God is a house of embassy. It's an embassy house of heaven. It should be as heaven is. When Moses was to build a tabernacle, he was taken to heaven. He was shown how the temple looked like in heaven. Everything he built in his temple, it was not his idea. It was God's idea. So much so that God commanded him to make it sure. When he built the earthly tabernacle, he built it just as he was told. The curtain, they had the emblem of the curtain in the tabernacle of Moses. Everything had the cherubim wings. Cherubim, what are they? The protecting angels. Angels of fire, angels of war with a sword to protect that which belongs to God and that which belongs to God's people. I want to assure you, as we worship, if you look at the Bible, angel begins, in fact, the angels that worship God has wings. When the church starts singing, the angels that are sent in this church, before we sing, before we worship, they're standing still. When you pray and your life is in danger, there are angels that are in action for security. But when you sing, seraphims, they wave their wings over you and your enemies will be scattered. And the Bible says they pick up the coal to burn and purify. As you worship, Your own life will be purified. Let's go on, Mom.
Above it stood the seraphims. Each one had 6 wings.
Listen, you see, God was dressing a suit or a garment with a long tail. And not only long, it was filling completely the whole house. When God dressed, you can't move your eyes on what he dressed. Why? Because the Bible says the Holy Spirit garnish heavens or God's creation. Heaven is garnished, is decorated, is beautified by the Holy Spirit himself. As we worship the Spirit of beauty, excellence, no wonder the Bible says perfect beauties comes from Zion, the house of God. God said to me, I'm restoring those days where the best beauty will come from my house.
With twain he covered his face, and with twain he covered his feet.
Seraphim has 6 wings. The 2, they cover themselves because you can't see the presence of God and live. It's so strong. It's so bright. It's so shining. It's so glittering. They cover themselves. Because when you worship, you don't worship from the distance. When you worship in the room of intimacy. Worship is the intimacy. It is the heart touching the heart. It is a spirit contacting the spirit. It is a divine relationship. It is a divine romance. No wonder the Bible says, according to the Greek word proskonos, the word for worship is made up of 2 words, toward, skonos, kiss, toward. It means kissing toward. As we worship and sing here, we'll be kissing God, spiritually speaking. If you see a romance between men and women and you don't get the message, the Bible says, when it talks about the marriage, I am not talking about just a marriage, but I'm talking the mystery that exists between Christ and the church. What a husband and wife does, that's what should take place between you and Christ, spiritually so speaking. How I pray you don't waste your time, because as I worship, the angels of Plenty will be moving around. If you want to attract the angels, you attract them through praise and worship. When Paul and Silas were in prison, the Bible says they prayed and then they sang praise, and the temple was shaken because angels have come. When you sing, you attract angels. Jehoshaphat, he was attacked by 10 kingdoms. What did he do? He put his choir in front of the armies, between his army and the armies of the enemy. He said, sing. As they sing about the goodness of the Lord, the Bible says, they appeared divine troop that fought for Israel. Through singing, you invoked a divine troop to fight on your place. As you worship tonight, your angel will be sent into your bank account, will be sent to your marriage, will be sent to your house. want you to understand. The Bible says, sing unto the Lord. Sing with understanding. Sing with understanding. Many are singing, but few who sing with understanding. David says, God has trained my fingers for war. As we play tonight, come on, Beth. As we play tonight, the enemy shall be scattered. As we play the instrument, it shall be the Lord that will smash your enemies. Listen, give me that verse now. I don't want to mess up this thing. I feel angels are moving all over this place. Those angels are the one who showed me Jesus Christ. Those are the angels that showed me God. Because when angels come, they will show you God. No wonder Isaiah said, after the angels have cried to each other, he said, woe unto me, because I have unclean lips and I live among the unclean people. He said, but I have seen God. How can I live? And the angel said, I'm going to save you, because he has confessed. And the angel went and picked up one of the coal and took it to his tongue and dipped it to his tongue and said, today, now you are purified. After he said that you are purified, listen to what his response says. He says, I heard the voice. I heard the voice of Jehovah. He says, who shall we serve? Then he answers, send me. I will do whatever you do, and I will go wherever